Keep the radio low in the dark of the hall, but I hear your name in every rise and fall. The lyrics I hum when I'm making the tea are just coded messages from the ghost of me. A minor chord strikes and I'm back in your arms. Before the music broke and sounded the alarms. I saw a stranger hum a tune on the street, and it felt like a trapdoor beneath my feet. Every high note is a promise you didn't keep. Every low note is a secret I'm buried in deep. I'm a jukebox of sorrow, a library of pain, playing the same track again and again. Oh, every song is a secret I'm keeping about you, a romantic confession I'm forced to push through. The saxophone cries what I'm too proud to say, that I'm heartbroken and dying in the light of the day. Wrap the melody around me like a velvet shroud. Your name is the lyric I can't sing out I try to write a new one, a song of my own, but the rhythm is hollow and the eyes alone. I change the key, I change the pace, but the bridge always leads me back to your face. Yeah, every song is a secret I'm keeping about you, a romantic confession I'm forced to push through. The saxophone cries what I'm too proud to say, that I'm heartbroken and dying in the light of the day. It's all about you. It was always about you. Don't let the music stop. The wine glass is stained with a crimson ring, a silent record of the songs we used to sing. Two chairs are pulled out, but only one is occupied by the ghost of the promises that we both let slide. The fruit in the bowl is turning soft and deep, just like the secrets that I'm forced to keep. I haven't moved the book you left face down on the floor. I'm afraid if I close it, I won't see you anymore. The dust is settling like snow on our favorite frame. The silver is tarnishing, just like your name. It's a portrait of silence, a gallery of weight. I'm a masterpiece of longing, standing by the gate. If I don't move a muscle, maybe time will reverse. But this stillness is a blessing that feels like a curse. Map on my wall is a jagged line between your heartbeat and mine. I'm watching your life through a telescope lens with romantic stars, and the heartache begins. I see is weak, but the feeling is alive. wake up in the hours where the blue turns to gray and calculate the hours until the end of your day. I'm a master of silence, a scholar of myths, living on the echo of a phantom kiss. The bass is the gravity pulling me south while I taste the salt of your name in my mouth. Close enough to see you, far enough to break. How much of this longing is a soul supposed to take? I'm a star in a galaxy you'll never even chart, just a romantic satellite orbiting your heart. I'm loving you from a distance, a ghost on the wire. I'm standing in the rain, but I'm fueled by the fire. The drums keep the tempo of the miles in between, while the saxophone cries for what might have been. It's a romantic exile, a heartbroken view of 1,000 miles away, and still falling for you. Signal fading, over and out. This is what forever is really about. The candles burn down to a flicker of gray. I'm still rehearsing the things I should say, but your face on the screen is a frozen ghost, the version of you that I miss the most. The signal is weak, the connection is thin. Where does the static end and we begin? And my heart is just buffering, circling around, searching for signals that cannot be found. A beautiful picture stuck in a blur. I'm losing the memory of who we both were. Romantic intentions, but the data is torn. A love is waiting, weathered, worn. Yeah, I'm just buffering, waiting I reach for your hand, but the pixels they break. A digital shiver, a hollow wake. The romance is scripted in lines of cold, but I'm carrying secrets and a heavy load. You're 5 bars away, but a million miles deep. A promise of always I can't seem to keep. Spinning in circles, a hollow white bought 2 tickets for the late night train, but I'm sitting by the window watching the rain. The seat beside me is a hollow space, a phantom memory of a nameless face. I've got a heart like a house with the lights left on, waiting for a guest who's already gone. This is a love song for no one, a letter mailed to a house that burned down. I'm dancing with a shadow in a velvet gown. The melody is sweet, but the lyrics are blue. I'm desperately in love with the absence of you. Yeah, it's a love song for no one. I baptized your name until it turned into salt. I'll build us a kingdom, but it's all my fault. I'm pouring 2 glasses of expensive wine, then drinking them both to pass the time. The saxophone is screaming what I can't say, that I'm losing a person who was never anyway. How do I mix the way you breathe? How do I mourn what I can't conceive? It's a moment content, a beautiful lake, a promise I'll keep there, that I'll never break, for someone nowhere. This is a love song for no one, a letter mailed to a house that burned down. I'm dancing with a shadow in a velvet gown. The melody is sweet, but the lyrics are blue. I'm desperately in love with the absence of you. No one to hold, no one to lie to, just the ghost of a love that I'm dying to fly to. The sun's coming up, but it's gray in the hall. I'm leaning my forehead against the cold wall. I found the shoebox hidden under the bed, filled with the promises we never quite said. I'm tracing your curses, they're always in yours, while the ghost of your footsteps walks over the floors. I'm holding the paper like it's your very hand, but I'm sinking in time, right? It's hourglass sand. And I set my mug down where your name used to be. Now there's a circle of brown eternally, a stain on the darling, a blotch on the truth, just another dark mark left by missing you. Now there's coffee rings on your letters and teardrops on the stamps. I'm burning through the midnight by the flicker of the lamps. The ink is getting blurry, the paper's turning thin. I'm trying to find where I said, and I begin. It's a bitter kind of roast, a dark and hollow sting, just me and these memories and these coffee rings. I remember the kitchen, the steam in the air, the way that the morning light caught in your hair. Now the kettle is whistling a funeral song, and the silence that follows is heavy and long. I'm reading the page where you said we were bold, but the paper is yellowed and brittle and old. I could throw them away, I could let them all burn, but these stained pieces of paper are all I have in return for the years that I gave you, for the heart that you took. Now you're just a snatch in a closed over book. Now there's coffee rings on your letters and teardrops on the stamps. I'm burning through the midnight by the flicker of the lamps. The ink is getting blurry, the paper's turning thin. I'm trying to find where I said, and I begin. It's a bitter kind of roast, a dark and hollow sting, just me and these memories and these coffee rings. One for the coffee, one for the tears, staining the pages of all of our years. Coffee rings, there's coffee rings. confirmed to watch 3 years of magic burn. The folder's empty, the screen is white. I killed the ghosts of us tonight, but there's a hum beneath my skin, a digital ghost that won't give in. I'll wipe the drive to set me free, but your harmony is haunting me. It's a deleted album, but it's still in my head, singing all the I love yous that we never said. I cleared the cache and I burned the files, but I'm still walking down those melodic miles. The track list is gone, the data is dead, but the music is screaming inside of my head. Track 4 was the night we stayed up till dawn. Now the file is not found and the waveform is gone. I tried to override the space you took, but you're the only line in my lyric book. I deleted the photos, the videos too, but my mind is a gallery of nothing but you. If the data is missing, what do I feel the weight of 1,000 save errors and a love left to fade? You're the hidden track, the secret refrain, the unrecoverable beauty of all of this pain. It's a deleted album, but it's still in my head, singing all the I love yous that we never said. I cleared the cache and I burned the files, but I'm still walking down those melodic miles. The track list is gone, the data is dead, but the music is screaming inside of my head. System empty, memory full. I deleted the album, but I can't stop the pull. Still in my head. The screen glows blue against the midnight ink. I'm hovering on the edge, afraid to even blink. Your name pops up like a phantom on the glass, a digital remains of a love that didn't last. I press the button just to hear the way you breathe, before you said the words that forced my heart to leave. 12 seconds of your voice, a tether to the past. The only thing I found that I could make stay fast. You're laughing at a joke I can't remember now, tracing circles the gravity, the terrifying pull. My thumb is shaking over the icon locked to rise. But if I let the audio go, I might forget your face. I'm living in a loop of a Tuesday afternoon. A tiny plastic box serves as my only moon, and it's the only place you're still breathing next to me. Locked inside a frequency that no one else can see. A sanctuary safe within a keypad and a beat. It's a voicemail, baby, that I'll never delete. You have one safe message. I'll listen one more time, then I'll go to sleep. Just one more time. I'm looking in the mirror at a face I barely know. A tired map of everywhere you decided not to go. I'm trying to find the light that used to flicker in my eyes before the truth became a suit of clever, soft disguises. But that man is like a photograph left out in the rain, a saturated memory dissolving down the drain. been looking for a reason to burn your photographs, to find a bit of poison in the echoes of your laughs. I tried to make a list of every time you were unkind, to find a jagged edge within the velvet of my mind. But the ink just turns to poetry, the fire won't ignite, and I'm left with all this tenderness in the middle of the night. It would be so much easier if diner clock, stuck at 4:30, the same time you walked out through that heavy wooden door. I'm sitting in the booth where we carved out our names. Now it's just a graveyard for our old flickering flames. I reach across the table to touch your ghost hand, but my fingers only meet the grain of the wood and the sand. I saw a coat today that looked just like yours. It opened up a hallway of 1,000 closed doors. I started to call out, I started to run. Then I remembered we're finished, I remembered we're done. The perfume in the air was a cool, sweet stain, a romantic reminder of a shattered gold ring. Oh, you're just a memory I'm trying to keep, a secret I whisper before I fall into sleep. But memories are shadows that grow long in the light, and you're the eclipse that's ending my night. Once you were my world, the blood in my brow, but you're just a memory now. They say time heals, they say I'll forget, but I haven't found the end of this, not over you yet. I'm living in the worst instead of the is, trading my future for a phantom's kiss. Yeah, you're just a memory I'm trying to keep, a secret I whisper before I fall into sleep. But memories are shadows that grow long in the light, and you're the eclipse that's ending my night. Fading like a photograph, left out in the sun. Just a memory. Just a memory. We check the watch before we share the wine. Two desperate hearts living on borrowed time. We knew the train was coming for the tracks, that once we left, there'd be no turning back. I memorized the freckles on your shoulder blade while counting down the moments that we misplayed. The ink was drying on the final page. Two lovers trapped inside a velvet cage. We kissed like prisoners on their final night, trying to bottle up the fading light. But you can't negotiate with the rising sun when the clock says we're already done. No, it's a heavy price to pay to love someone you know is going away. We were a masterpiece with a short shelf life, cutting through the hope with a jagged knife. I tried to hold the hour, but it slipped through my hand. Love on a deadline is just writing in the sand. Why did we start what we couldn't complete? Why does the bitter always follow the sweet? I'd give a lifetime for one more delay, to keep the midnight from turning to gray. But the stamp is on the envelope, a seal is in the wax, and the heart is just a passenger on the one-way track. And oh, it's a heavy price to pay to love someone you know is going away. We were a masterpiece with a short shelf life, cutting through the hope with a jagged knife. I tried to hold the hour, but it slipped through my hand. Love on a deadline is just writing in the sand. The timer's ringing, the room is cold. We ran out of seconds to be brave and old. I don't check the door anymore. I know the ghost of you don't use the latch, but my thumb still wanders to your name in my phone, like a hiker striking a dead wood. wouldn't match. The kitchen is quiet, the coffee is cold, but I'm reaching for 2 mugs instead of 1. Just a reflex of a heart that refuses to fold, even though the damage is already done. It's just muscle memory aching in my bones, a map of a country that I no longer own. My hand traces the space on your side of the bed, repeating the prayers that we've already said. I'm a puppet on strings that you cut long ago, still dancing a rhythm that only we know. It's not love, it's not hope, it's just ghosts in the need, the cool, quiet habit of you and me. I'm driving home through the rain and the grit, and I'm halfway to your street before I can quit. I shift the gear, but my fingers feel wrong, unless they're tangled in yours where they belong. I start to tell a joke, then I catch my breath, realizing silence is a living death. My tongue shapes your name before I can think, a ship that is built just to shudder and sing. They say time is a healer, a thief and a friend, but how do I unlearn how the story should end? My body remembers the weight of your skin. Where do you end? Where do I begin? I'm a house that's been haunted by its own foundation, a beautiful, tragic, rhythmic stagnation. It's just muscle memory aching in my bones, a map of a country that I no longer own. My hand traces the space on your side of the bed, repeating the prayers that we've already said. I'm a puppet on strings that you cut long ago, still dancing a rhythm that only we know. It's not love, it's not hope, it's just ghosts in the need, a cool, quiet habit of you and me. Muscle memory. My heart is still beating your name, just a habit, just a ghost. The wine is still sitting on the table for 2, but the glass on your side is filled with the moon. I'm tracing the patterns of dust on your chair, reaching for ghosts that are no longer there. We were a symphony, loud and so bright. Now we're just echoes the saxophone wails like a heart when it breaks, and I'm counting the winner of all my mistakes. The lyrics have faded, the ink has run dry under the weight of a final goodbye. Turn down the lights, let the record just spin. Where does the music end and the morning begin? I'm humming the parts that you used to sing. But silence is such a terrifying song is a sad story now. The melody's broken, I don't know how. We traded the forever for a used to be, and left all the magic to the cold memory. It's a beautiful rain, a slow dance in the rain. Our song is a story in pain. You are so romantic before it turns so blue. Just a sad, sad story of me and you. The map is laid out on the table between us, but the ink is all run, and the distance has seen us. I can see your handwriting from the other side, but the water is rising, and there's nowhere to hide. We're standing on banks that are crumbling to clay, watching the bridge slowly washing away. I remember when we used to walk on the glass of a stream so with the greatest of ease. But tonight the rain is falling, the banks are too steep, and the promises we made are too heavy to keep. Yeah, there are rivers we can't cross and oceans we can't swim. The light on your shore is growing so dim. I'm calling your name through the spray and the foam, but the river is taking the long way to home. Deep water, cold water. I'm still standing, but I can't reach you now. The shadows in the corner started making sense. I've stopped building up the wire on my emotional fence. The rain is tapping rhythm on a glass that's stained with salt, and I'm finally done searching for a person I can fold. I'm sitting in the wreckage of the plans we didn't keep, and for the first time in a year, I don't feel bad because I saw your favorite sweater in the back of the drawer. It didn't start a fire or a riot anymore, just a quiet ache that settled like a dust upon the floor. A reminder of the person I don't have to be no more. My chest is feeling hollow like a horn without a breath, but there's a strange kind of beauty in this little living death. And oh, the sky is heavy and the coffee's gone cold, but I'm tired of the lies that the strong have always told. I'm shivering in the dark and I'm losing the light, but I'm not okay, and that's alright. Yeah, I'm broken in the middle of the night, and that's alright. It's a different kind of romance, loving my own grief, finding in the sorrow a jagged, sharp relief. I don't need a remedy, I don't need a cure, I just need to feel the parts of me that still stay pure. The heartbreak is a teacher, and I'm sitting in the front, taking every heavy blow, every silvered brunt. And oh, the sky is heavy and the coffee's gone cold, but I'm tired of the lies that the strong have always told. I'm shivering in the dark and I'm losing the light, but I'm not okay, and that's Coffee's getting filmed over in the cup. I'm staring at the ceiling, never looking up. The keys are on the counter where you let them fall. Beside the shadow of your coat hook on the wall. I had 1,000 words lined up like silver rain, but they're rusted shut inside a hollow vein. I watched your taillights bleed into the hazy blue. A neon smear everything I thought I knew. I opened up my mouth to call your name aloud, but the vapor of my breath just turned into a cloud. The street was humming low, the rhythmic steady beat, while the ground was giving way beneath my heavy feet. And it's the ghost that lingers in the doorway light, the stay with me that died inside the night. A heavy stone I'm carrying through the grave. It's the last goodbye I didn't get to say. Yeah, the sweetest words just withered and turned gray. Regret is just a record with a jagged scratch, a broken window with a broken latch. I'm shouting at the silence, begging for a turn, to say the things that make the bridges burn. But the clock is ticking backward in a vacuum seal, and I'm choking on the love I couldn't make you feel. And it's the ghost that lingers in the doorway light, the stay with me that died inside the night. A heavy stone I'm carrying through the grave. It's the last goodbye I didn't get to say. The door is shut, the air is still. I'm still speaking to the wind, but you're We were living on the interest of a debt we couldn't pay, stealing minutes from the moonlight, hiding from the day. I saw the sand was slipping through the center of your glass, watching shadows of the future as they started to surpass. Every forever was a promise that we knew we couldn't keep, just a temporary harvest that we weren't allowed to reap. The calendar's empty and the clock has lost its gears. We spent the final currency of all our golden years. I'm standing in the hall where the echoes start to fade, counting up the cost of every memory we made. Your keys are on the table, but the lock has been replaced by a silence so corrosive that it can't be quite erased. And oh, the leases up, the lights are burning low. I'm looking for a place where the seconds don't go. We were dancing in a fever while the world was turning blue. But the debt collectors came and took the best of me and you. The sun came up too early. The sky is turning gray, and borrowed time ran on us today. I check the pockets of my soul for one more dime, to buy a single hour, just a moment out of time. But the bank is closed forever and the vault is sitting wide, with nothing but the ghost of you still flickering inside. It wasn't meant to last, yeah, that's what the cynics say. But I didn't think the bill would come due quite this way. And oh, the lease is up, the lights are burning low. I'm looking for a place where the seconds don't go. We were dancing in a fever while the world was turning blue. But the debt collectors came and took the best of me and you. The sun came up too early. The sky is turning gray, and borrowed time ran out on us today. Out of minutes, out of air. The debt is paid, but you're not there. The street lamp cuts sliver through the blind, and tracing ghost lines of the ghost you left behind. I'm anchored to the center, afraid to drift too far in the hollow space where all your echoes are. The cotton's smooth, unwrinkled by your wave, just a quiet monument to everything we ate and late nights we shared. I still leave the door cracked, just an inch or two, as if the draft could somehow breathe in thoughts of you. But the air is still, it's heavy and it's gray, like the ashes of the words we couldn't say. I reach across the desert of the sea, but I'm waking up before I found the dream. Mellow, the rhythm of the rain is out of time since I lost the melody and lost the rhyme. I'm shivering in a room of velvet gold, but honey, your side of the bed is cold. Yeah, your side of the bed is freezing cold. They say that time is a fire that warms the soul, but I'm just cinders. I've lost all my control. I trade the sun for the heat of your skin, to let the chaos and the comfort back in. But the mattress is a map of where you used to go, and I'm the only one left in the show. And oh, the silence is a heavy, bitter sound, while the world keeps spinning aimlessly around. I'm a ghost inside the stories that we told, and honey, your side of the bed is cold. Yeah, your side of the bed is cold. No warmth in the linen, no breath in the dark, just the ice where you used to be. It isn't just the quiet or the shadows on the wall. It isn't just the way the winter rain begins to fall. It's a specific kind of heavy, a familiar kind of blue, a signature of sorrow that was hand designed by you. I try to call it lonely, but the word feels far too small when your ghost is written in the dust that's gathered in the hall. I see it in the steam that rises off the mold. could travel to a city where they've never heard your call, but the atmosphere is saturated with you after all. And though it's a customized despair I'm walking through, a masterpiece of misery inspired just by you. It's a weight upon my shoulders that I can't quite explain. But darling, this sadness has your name. Yeah, every drop of gray and every ounce of pain, this sadness has your name. Saxophone plays a series of long, breathy notes that swell and break at the peak. It sounds like a name being called out into a canyon, melancholy, echoing and unanswered. The bass stays low, providing a dark velvet foundation. If it were any other heart, I'd find a way to heal. I'd find a different melody, a different way to feel. But you're the ink inside the pen, the salt inside the tea, the 20 colored candle. It says you aren't here. It's a brand of broken